So had a comment from Backwoods stating it would be interesting to hear my personal beliefs because I seem to know something about theology. So I think based on that, you might have a expectation that I might have some sort of a significant theological explanation for my beliefs. And that led me to a couple of things. Made me go down a bit of a rabbit hole. So immediately my first belief, or my first explanation of beliefs, is surmised tidily by the Nicene Creed, also known as the Apostles' Creed, which I'll do another video where I can and I'm willing to speak to that point by point that the Creed talks. But that made me think there's this point in the Nicene Creed where it talks about Jesus suffering under Pilate. And that always makes me think of a certain Rolling Stones song that talks about Lucifer. When Pontius Pilate washes his hands and seals his fate. A couple ways to look at it. It has a beautiful dual meaning. Did it mean Pontius Pilate washed his hands and sealed the fate of Jesus? Because one time I was listening to that song, thinking about salvation and the point of Jesus's execution and who did it and who was responsible for it, and applying that to Pontius Pilate washing his hands and saying, I am not to blame for this man's death. When I take the Rolling Stones lyric, that in fact sealed Pontius Pilate's fate, in that he was not going to be part of the sacrifice, as him being a representation of Rome. However, now this goes into what I saw with Econ Recon's video, where you talked about the people that killed Jesus still hate Jesus. Well, they are the people who killed Jesus, right? Crucify him, crucify him. So, are they more or less responsible for Jesus' death than I am? Because my ardent belief is that it was my sin that killed Jesus. So whether I'm the one who literally killed Jesus or it was my sin, where does that plug into the Jews who killed Jesus on that day after Pontius Pilate washed his hands of the situation? Those are my thoughts, and a small part of my beliefs. I also believe that we're these orbs of conglomerated energy walking around that somehow have managed to assemble in goo in some way, be a soul, and the energy that we're made of never goes away. It dissipates no matter what, recollects, recirculates. Just weird stuff, man. Not easy to talk about either. That's why I'm talking about it to the internet with people who may or may not be real. All right. Hope y'all are doing good. Thank you for the comment, Backwoods, and thank you for the video, Econ. Still working on what that difference is between Satan and the devil, because I don't know which Bible, if there's a particular version of the Bible that you ardently stick to, like if yours delineates Satan from Lucifer, from the devil. But I'd like to get into that a little bit, because I have some beliefs on this devil. I came across a Google of it that Satan is this thing's name and the devil is this thing's occupation, you know. But, all right. Good looking out, and catch y'all later.